Hey everybody, Spoonfed here, and you might be asking what page am I looking at? Well, we're looking at System Information for Windows, SIW. It's at gtopola, Topala or Topala.com. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's made by Gabriel Topola, and we're just gonna download the 15-day trial version. I'm gonna save the file. Yeah, that's fine. So extract everything that's in there. Alright, this one can go, yes. Alright, so we have a business and a technician one. So business is setup, technician is a program. So we'll go with technician because it's actually made so you won't have to install it, because sometimes on the server you cannot install stuff. So if you go for a technician, you can directly run it. So what does this do? Well, it gives you a ton of information about your system. So we're licensed now to demo. That's fine. So we go to operating system. I'm just gonna show you a couple of things that are like interesting, because this is like very broad and in-depth of everything. So why is it taking so long? Why the hell are you waiting so long? Ah, there you go. Right. So we can see it's Windows 7 Ultimate. You know, we have some edition IDs, and this is all the information that's in there. It's, like I said, crazy amount of information. So optional features, what's in there, you know, available. Like here you can install simple TCP or simple network management protocol. We can install a telnet server and telnet client if we want it. You know, like this, all kinds of things we could like install, or at least if it's available for IIS, we can put on here. It's insane, like I said. And you might be thinking, is this all? No, this is only the software side of things. So here you can check out your drivers. Usually a big issue in Windows when drivers are not up to date, or they're not loaded at all, or you want to find out which kind of driver you had on the computer before you like reinstall everything. Like as you can see here, you got all drivers, like all, so you can see what did I have for well, my USB mass storage. It's just a driver. File system drivers, same here. This is for NDIS. Let's see what this is for. NDIS. It's probably my network driver, as well as this one. And so on and so on and so on. It's crazy. NVIDIA driver, VMware drivers. So that's pretty awesome. Now you can look at Autoron, you can look at databases, whatever. That's like all of this stuff. Now we go to the hardware, and you can see here it's emulated hardware. So we look at the system summary, it's VMware, and here you cannot see what it is, product name, because it's trial, but it's usually, but normally it's there, or you can guess it, as it were. It's not that important how much memory I have. The page file name and the page file size and what's being used of that. So let's see, we can take a look at the motherboard, and this is actually my processor, because VMware is running on top of that. Let's see, the BIOS. And here you can see what's on there actually. So you can also troubleshoot if something doesn't work for in VMware. You can look at it and say why it doesn't work. Some CPU info. Yeah, I've only put one core in here. I could do more because this is actually a dual core. I believe it's a dual core. I'm not really sure actually. Some memory info. Sensors. I don't have sensors in there, so all the devices that are in here. What's on the PCI slots? What's on the system slots? Network adapters. You know, so all of these things you can use for troubleshooting, or at least getting information, even network information. It's pretty cool. Here you can see which network interface has what kind of IP addresses. Yeah, like I said, this is insane amount of information. You can do extended or network statistics, and that's just a basic overview of what you can have. So if at any time you need to gain a lot of information about your system, look here and you'll find a ton of things actually. So you can also look at network traffic or CPU memory usage. So my CPU usage will be very low actually, but maybe I can just load something here. You can see it going up a bit. I think memory will probably be higher, as you can see here, and memory will be dropped once I close that down. Now CPU goes to 100 because I made an action there that it did not like. But there you go, CPU goes down, memory will probably go down as well once this is properly closed. So there you go. That's it for SIW. But before I close this video, I actually wanted to show you guys a couple of shortcuts you can use, and actually two this time. And that is, you have a Windows key on your keyboard. It's I usually call it the super key. I think Linux does that too. I don't know. But anyway, that you press that key in E, and you'll get an Explorer, like a normal Explorer as it were. But you can also press that and R, and you get a run menu. And from this you can run msinfo32, and you'll get a, like, it's not really the same as SIW, as you can tell, but it holds the same information just in different places. So here you can see some stuff about processor and whatnot. You can see here if you have what is like sharing the same port as it were, or resource. So here you can see that my SVJ 3D and VM audio are doing the same RIQ interrupt channel, so it could be that will be causing problems, or it might not. I mean, who's to say? But at least here you can troubleshoot a bit. Input output, you can see here everything is on here, what the status of that input output is. Interrupt frequencies, you can check if everything is loaded correctly and working properly as it should be. What's my highest number? Jesus Christ, that's high. What is this? PSX root port. Let's look into that. Right, so memory, you can see what's loaded at what memory address. You got some components here, so you can see the audio and video codecs you have and which DLLs get loaded. If your CD-ROM is loaded correctly, if your sound device is loaded correctly, if your displays correctly, and I believe there's an adapter here as well, so it tells you which driver there is. Let's see, infrared, I don't have that. So you got input, you can see here the keyboard if that's correct, pointing device, it's usually my mouse, modem, I don't have a modem, network, you can see which adapter you have, and it's like not the best information to like read or easiest, but it's kind of, if SIW is too much for you, you can like look around in this and see a bunch of the same stuff actually. So you can here see problem devices. So here is a replay debugging helper. It says this is not present or it's not working properly. So here you can see actually where the problem devices are. You can also see them in your system, no, what's it called? Device manager. But this is like a one-stop shop for everything, so it's pretty handy. And here you got software environment. So here you have the drivers that I showed you, some environment variables that you can look into and see if everything's set up correctly. Print job, network corrections, running tasks, which is running right now, some modules that are in here, the services that have been started. I don't know if I need to, no. So the services that have been started and running. What else do we have? And Windows error reporting. And I think I just crashed this thing. No, just kidding. So that's system information on Windows in contrast to the system, well, yeah, you have the system information of Windows in contrast to the system information for Windows. It's a bit of a hassle. So remember Super E and Super R, and that's it for this video.